Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Chicago rapper Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Banks, was recently arrested in a plot that has everyone talking. The FBI has charged him with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, alleging his involvement in a violent feud with serious repercussions.
You are being extradited, you are a federal prisoner, but you're just being locked up by a local agency who is working with the feds to ensure that you get to where you need to go. So they're gonna, I'm sure, going to take him to California where the other 5 men are being.
Stick around to see the charges that have been made against Lil Durk and OTF. We're breaking down everything you need to know about the case, the charges, and what this could mean for Lil Durk's future. Let's get into it. And hey, if you're into these deep dives on the hottest stories, don't forget to smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. Dirk Banks, better known by his stage name Lil Durk, has been a massive influence in the world of hip-hop. Rising from Chicago's rough neighborhoods, he built a career that reflects the city's gritty streets, sharing stories of struggle, success, and survival. Known for his emotional lyrics and being at the forefront of Chicago's drill scene, Lil Durk also created a musical family with his label, Only the Family, or OTF. But today he's facing something that could bring his career and personal life crashing down. A conspiracy charge tied to an alleged murder-for-hire plot. According to federal prosecutors, Lil Durk's arrest was part of a larger investigation involving multiple individuals connected to OTF. The plot reportedly involved tracking down Georgia rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Tiquian Bowman, in retaliation for the murder of Chicago rapper King Von. What happens next left everybody shocked. Let's start by breaking down the backstory here. The death of King Von in 2020 set off a tragic chain of events in the hip-hop world. King Von, whose real name was Davon Bennett, was not just Lil Durk's close friend and OTF member, he was also a rising star in drill music. His death outside an Atlanta nightclub shook the hip-hop community, igniting tensions between different factions within the scene. Prosecutors allege that King Von's murder wasn't just a random act of violence. They say it was tied to a gang feud, something not uncommon in Chicago's drill music circles. According to the FBI, Quando Rondo was targeted as part of a retaliation plan for King Von's death. They allege that Lil Durk himself organized and funded a group to go after Quando in what authorities are calling a murder-for-hire scheme. The indictment lays out a timeline that prosecutors believe connects Lil Durk and other members of OTF to a carefully planned plot.
Rap. You can't compete with a rap on the street, you know what I'm saying? And I keep telling y'all that. Start responding to that clown.
6ix9ine ain't cool. I don't know, they got this man running around and it's funny. Yeah, funny. This man, but he told him all type of people, and they people locked up, and his people, family members. After heard he told him a lot of people, like, so I know it's people like he probably ain't did. And he told.
It's alleged that in August 2022, several OTF associates flew from Chicago to Los Angeles using an OTF-associated credit card. This was reportedly done to avoid using their real names, but some still made travel arrangements under their actual IDs. A costly mistake in hindsight. According to court documents, OTF members, including a man named Kayvon Grant, checked into a hotel, rented cars, and allegedly armed themselves with firearms and ski masks to locate Quando Rondo, who they saw as a target. If you're as shocked as we are right now, make sure to like this video and let us know in the comments. Do you think these accusations hold water, or is this just an attempt to bring Lil Durk down? Prosecutors allege that Durk himself helped coordinate the trip, sending messages to his associates warning them to avoid booking anything under their own names to evade suspicion. The documents say that Durk was involved in coordinating flights and securing funds for the operation, reportedly telling an associate, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." And here's where it gets even more chilling. According to the court filing, OTF associates tracked down Quando Rondo in Los Angeles and waited for him to stop at a gas station with his 24-year-old cousin. Prosecutors say that when they were close, they set up an ambush, which ended in Rondo's cousin tragically losing his life in the crossfire.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the side.
The search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
But here's the twist that stunned fans and authorities alike. Lil Durk allegedly tried to flee the country. As the investigation grew, federal authorities monitored Lil Durk's movements closely. On the day of his arrest, Durk reportedly tried to escape the U.S., booking flights first to Dubai, then Switzerland, and finally to Italy.
The indictment against Lil Durk claims he hired multiple people to kill a man in retaliation of another killing and then tried to flee the country.
The FBI, however, caught up with him at the airport in Miami before he could board. The rapper is now being held in a Broward County jail in Florida, awaiting a transfer to the custody of U.S. Marshals. This case is unlike many others we've seen. It's not just about gang-related violence. It's about an entire enterprise allegedly running operations across state lines, orchestrated by individuals with significant influence in the music industry. From the prosecutor's perspective, the case centers on whether Lil Durk's role in OTF is simply as a label head, or if he is an active participant in the group's criminal activities. If they can prove he was involved, this case will have far-reaching consequences. Prosecutors have charged 5 men connected to OTF in addition to Lil Durk. These individuals face charges that include conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire, and using a machine gun in a violent crime. The consequences are serious. They face penalties ranging from life in prison to potentially the death penalty. Let's talk about why authorities are pursuing this case so aggressively. For years, Chicago's drill music scene has been seen by some as a voice for communities facing extreme violence, poverty, and marginalization. But on the other hand, some law enforcement officials argue that the music promotes and even encourages real-world violence. They say that groups like OTF have blurred the line between music and criminal activity. Authorities believe that OTF isn't just a music label, but an organization that allegedly conducts violent acts to maintain its influence and protect its members. This case brings up a major debate. Where do you draw the line between artistic expression and real-life accountability? Prosecutors have argued that Lil Durk's lyrics and his association with OTF depict a criminal lifestyle and serve to reinforce the idea that his music is a direct reflection of his actions. Durk's attorneys, however, argue that this is nothing more than creative expression, an outlet for him to reflect on his past struggles in Chicago. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think Lil Durk's music should be used as evidence, or is it all just entertainment? Drop your answer below. If prosecutors succeed in connecting Lil Durk's alleged involvement in this case to his lyrics, it could set a significant precedent for artists moving forward. Many argue that lyrics should remain a protected form of speech, free from legal consequences. However, authorities are increasingly focused on whether lyrics are more than just words when actual violence follows. The fallout from this case will likely impact more than just Lil Durk. It could affect his label, Only the Family, and its members. For some of these young artists, OTF represented a shot at making it out of the streets, a chance at legitimacy in the music industry. But with the label facing potential scrutiny as a criminal enterprise, those opportunities might dry up. This case has also stirred up the ongoing conversation about role models in the music industry and the influence they have on young listeners. For some fans, Lil Durk's music was a source of inspiration, a story of resilience and survival. For others, this case raises tough questions about how the industry glorifies violence and whether that might push young fans down a dangerous path.
Rapper Lil Durk will stay in jail. He's facing charges after a shooting at the Varsity in Midtown. It's one of the 3 things you need to know right now.
At this point, Lil Durk and the other defendants are being held in custody while awaiting transfer to Los Angeles. With hearings already scheduled and evidence mounting, this case is bound to unfold over the coming months. Legal analysts predict a long and complex trial, especially if Lil Durk's attorneys continue to argue that he's merely an artist who's being unfairly connected to crimes due to his background. Shot that subscribe button like Lil Durk allegedly did to Quando's cousin. So what do you think about this case? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and turn on notifications for more updates on this story and others in the world of hip-hop and entertainment. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.